Welcome in, and a big happy birthday to
thank
you.
you.
This is Julia's birthday. This is our birthday special. We didn't plan it. I just made that up now. But we're going to have a birthday special for Julia here. And you're watching After Hours, Jeff and Julia. You can find us on the KSM Plus app. We highly recommend that you download that to your television. You can do it through Roku, Apple TV, or your Fire TV. It gives you access to this podcast plus a lot of other things that we do unique to our streaming service. However, we really enjoy when you play along with us on Facebook, and we can communicate and talk and all that kind of. You can't do that on KSM Plus, but some people will watch it. I've heard they'll watch it on the KSM Plus because the quality's good, and then you can chime in on the Facebook. So, how's your birthday going, huh?
It's so good. Already, Christine jumped on and said happy Wednesday and happy birthday. Okay. Stephanie Rather, former Stephanie Nutt, said happy birthday, which is so sweet. It's been a phenomenal birthday.
Yes.
I woke up this morning and I thought I was a year older than I was. I had lost track already.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
Good for you.
I hope Doug is watching because Doug will get my reference. I woke up and I thought it's my Jesus year, and it's not. It's the year before my Jesus year.
Okay.
But yes. Phenomenal birthday. Everybody's been so great. And Karina, who we talk about often, our podcast, had asked me yesterday, and she said, do you want to wear a tiara? And I said, no, I'm so sweet, but I'm okay. And so I have this pillow with the tiara and a note that says, the tiara that Julia didn't want to wear. Mm-hmm.
And your cubicle is covered in floral arrangements that have been sent from across the country and have wound up here at 8th and Main.
Yes.
And they decorate your beautiful cube. And now your cube is got flowers.
Yes, I felt very lucky and very blessed. Yeah. And I think, I don't know, people who don't like their birthday, I understand that. But I feel so I say blessed, but I don't know another word to describe that. I have so many amazing people in my life that will pour into me, especially any day, but especially today.
You've been getting the text messages from people from all over the country. Your phone is blowing up with salutations and congratulations and all kinds of stuff. In fact, you did something very, very smart. And this is a little hack that I think we should all do. Yesterday, you had flowers delivered to you by somebody. And so all day, everyone was saying happy birthday.
Yes.
And then you were like, no, it's tomorrow. And so it's been 2 days of constant praise and admiration. And you deserve another day. If it were me, I would make it all week.
All week.
But just the 2 days. So I think that's very smart.
You said, oh, you did so, that was really smart to send yourself these flowers.
And
I
super
said,
smart.
The number one way you can tell I didn't send that to myself is because half of the card is in Spanish and I don't speak Spanish. But I have a best friend who I worked with in Texas, and she had worked for the Telemundo station. And so half of her card is in English, half of it's in Spanish. And so I'm like, I can guarantee I would have written a card for myself in all English because I'm going to have to translate the other one.
I think you're smarter than that. I think you would deliberately do half Spanish just to say,
look,
it's not me. This is not my stuff. But you got some coffee today. Some coworkers have brought you coffee and donuts. I saw somebody brought you, right? No, not donuts. Cookies.
Somebody brought me cookies, and then one thing that which we can have after the podcast, somebody else brought a cake.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. But here's what I would say, which is the funny thing of people, because it seems like it's a lot. But I believe that almost everybody that brought me something, I've brought something for them on their birthday. And so I love birthdays. I think it's so important to make people feel special on their birthday. And so I do try to go out of my way to celebrate people. I think even though some people will say oh, I don't love my birthday. But everybody wants to feel special on their birthday, and so I do try. Maybe not every year. I don't always hit it, but I try to make sure that people feel loved on their birthday.
And I want to remember this moment on the podcast because I've been trying to give you some stuff. I've been trying to pester you a little bit, and you're being all very serious. And I can tell you that when my birthday rolls around, the roles are going to be reversed because you're going to hammer me with all kinds of stuff and fun.
Yeah, and you're going to hate it.
No, I'm going to like it. I'm going to do what you do. I'm going to say things like, everyone should be celebrated.
Yeah.
It's just what a wonderful time.
Because I think that it's so true and genuine.
It is.
Yeah.
A little jelly. You got all the cool stuff. Those gifts.
Yeah.
I got nothing. Just sit in my empty cube.
Yeah. Or you could have one of my floral arrangements.
No.
To look at from your desk.
Yes. Well, we sit next to each other, so it's not hard to.
You can look at. You can look at the rainforest that I'm in my
I'll move
desk.
one of them poinsettias out from the studio. I'll put it on my desk. Make me feel like something like that.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about.
Let's hold off on the topic because you have a totally different
man,
issue that we're dealing with.
I need your help. Community cast, I need your help. Like, I really need your help.
It's a real thing.
It's weird because it's the same. It's not the same thing that you dealt with, but it's still odor.
It rhymes.
What?
Like, it's not the same issue, but it rhymes.
Right. It's stink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's what happened. So a couple of days ago, I get a text message from my stepdaughter who's at home, and she says, "Hey, something really stinks in the house." And she's like, "I found the stink. We have a deep freeze in the basement that we never really even check ever." Because we've had it for years, and
what could go wrong with that?
I mean, there's a bunch of chicken and stuff in there, and like frozen chicken and frozen shrimp and everything else that you can imagine. The worst possible things on earth that you would want to thaw out in your basement. Apparently, the freezer stopped working. And I'm not sure if it's the freezer that's broken. It's fairly new, or we had a breaker. It's not a breaker. Something happened. Doesn't matter. The outlet still works. That's either here nor there.
Yeah, that's a very small part of the story.
So what? It's a nice freezer, okay? Not expensive, but a nice freezer. Well, it all of that stuff thawed out and sat there for about a month. So not only did, when I got home Sunday night, was the house rocking. And I got home about 12:30-ish because we had late night. We had football. I had to, at 12:30 in the morning, I had to get it out of the house. Like I'm literally by myself hauling this freezer full of sludge, chicken sludge. Like Tana had taken everything out of the thing. So it was empty. She had removed all the food, double bagged it, and put it away. So I got this. That's what happened. The freezer is, and today I finally got around. I took it outside of my backyard. And today I finally got around to like cleaning it out.
Yeah.
Now, it reeks. I mean, but the smell was I can't even describe to you this. It was unbearable by any.
You said in the text message that she sent, it is worse than you can imagine.
Yes, and that was accurate because I'm thinking, okay, some what is it, Lysol stuff or whatever. No. Oh, no. No. So my question is this. I've got two options here. Assuming that it still works, I'd like to keep it. But I've been doing some research, and I have a bad feeling that I will never be able to get the remaining stench out.
Yeah.
And then if I put something in it, like if I said, I'll just use it for an ice freezer, that the ice will, it'll permeate into the ice. Like you can't put anything in it.
No.
And so, what do I do? And I've read, like baking soda. It's just too powerful. It's too powerful for baking.
Where is it right now?
It's under my deck outside in the backyard.
Is it open?
It is. I have it cracked open. Yes.
I would leave that open
for a couple of months.
So here's the weird thing. My Facebook is down. That's why I have my phone. I'm reading comments on here.
Okay.
The problem is I don't see anybody obviously chime in. That's the issue. What does he do?
Yeah.
So originally when you had asked about the smell, I just dealt with a skunk issue, which is why I say the issue rhymes. Multiple skunks. I used Febreze. Somebody had said coal, open up a bag of coal and let that kind of air it out.
Yep.
And I had pest people say, no, don't do that. I had people on the podcast say don't do that, but I did Febreze. I doused the house in Febreze and it worked.
So here's the thing about that. My house doesn't stink anymore.
Yes.
It's completely fine. House is fine. Where the freezer was fine. It's just the freezer.
I think it soaked into the plastic.
Well, it's not just that. I read that it's not just soaking. Sometimes it can get into the insulation that's behind the plastic.
Yeah.
And if it gets into the insulation behind sort of the main wall of the freezer, then you have to get rid of it.
I think it's done.
I agree. But I'm just not willing yet to part ways with it.
So here's what...
Because that's a hassle in itself. Like, you got to get rid of a big chest freezer. It's not very big, but it's big enough.
You have a vehicle where you can transport things.
I can transport it.
So I think... okay, Lyle, Jeff, it happened to me. throw the freezer in the trash. You will never get the stink out.
That's right. Dang it, Lyle's right. I
know that you know the right answer.
No, yeah, and I just didn't want
Jesse said get a new one.
They're not expensive. I get it. But it's just, I mean, it looks brand new. I washed it today. I took it outside.
Yeah, I bet it does look brand new.
I loaded it with the dish detergent, power wash the inside, and it's just reeks. It still stinks. It's not nearly what it was. I got rid of the sludge. There was like 2 inches of sludge in the bottom.
Yeah.
And
your cousin Kelsey said the smell will never come out fully. Burn it and move on.
Okay, I'll burn it. That's right. We'll start a fire. That's actually not bad advice.
And then Jesse also said, because you're always going to have the worry of it quitting again.
Mm-hmm. All of these things have gone through my mind. So now, how do I throw it away?
I think you have to take it to the dump because I don't think you can do... I think it has to be hauled.
Well, first of all, you can't take it to the dump because it has refrigerant in it. You can't just...
You have to take it somewhere special, right?
I know where some of you would take it.
No. You can't do that.
We're all country. I know where
you cannot do that.
I won't do that, but I know what some of my friends would be like, dude.
We know exactly what to do with this.
You just take a little trip, like you picked up a stray cat. You just you take it out in the country and you let it become part of the landscape. And I'm not going to do that, but
that is a solution that people are thinking.
Another thing that people do, and it's frowned upon, is they'll go around to like construction sites.
Oh, and bury
at night.
it.
No, usually construction sites have big, massive dumpsters.
Yeah.
And then people will just use that dumpster. They'll throw their appliance. Like I know this because I've got friends in the industry, and then I've had houses around my house. Like there's a house across the street several years ago, and they had a big dumpster. And the next morning we came out, and there's like a dishwasher in there, and like a refrigerator, and a washing machine. And so people will do that too because they don't want to pay the money to dispose of things. I'll figure it out.
2 suggestions. Jesse said, give it away to a farmer. They can keep feed in it for animals.
That's true. I know a bunch of farmers. I actually know a lot of farmers.
So that is a great suggestion. And then Lyle said, use it for fishing bait.
Oh, man, you guys are...
That's why we brought it here.
You guys are on... Man, that is not a bad idea.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. You have to make sure it works.
Yeah, I have not plugged it in yet because I got to be honest with you guys. I couldn't get within like 5 feet of this thing. And then when you crack the lid, like when I got home Sunday night and I cracked that lid... And I'm telling you, I bet I had it open for 1 second, tops, cracked. And it was, Lyle said it happened to him, right?
I can't remember now who said it happened, but I think it was Lyle. Yeah, Lyle happened to me.
He's aware of just how it's not tolerable. Like you couldn't even power through it.
Yes.
And then when I 1 second, close it, and the entire house stinks again, like the whole house.
Yeah.
And that's a 8,000 square foot mansion on the first floor.
Oh yeah.
Then I don't even know what the square footage is on the second and third floors.
Well, I think the copter's on the 4th, on the rooftop.
Yeah, but I haven't been up there in so long.
I know.
I'll never do that again, ever. I'll never get a basement or a helipad.
Don't take it out on the helipad.
I know I shouldn't.
Yeah.
But the whole house stunk. I mean, and I felt, and then, anyway, this is TMI, but as I'm in my room upstairs.
We're way past that on this podcast.
In my room upstairs, every time the furnace would kick on, because the freezer was in the basement, it'd like suck take the air from the basement. And so I had this stuff coming out of the vents. Like
every time you say chicken sludge, that's the one that gives me like
with a little bit of shrimp. With a little bit of shrimpy. Okay.
Here's my thing. Nobody noticed it for a month.
No. It takes a while, apparently. Because it was in the freezer. The freezer's sealed up, kind of. I mean, so we thought it had to be minimum. It might have been longer, like minimum a month. Like we just don't check the freezer. Probably stupid that we didn't check the freezer.
No, it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. Here's an interesting thing. This is from my father, and he's kidding about this part. But so the first part is Facebook Marketplace, and you can earn $50. But here's the thing. I will do things. So when I first moved into my home, I had a ton of like cabinetry in the garage that I originally thought like the previous homeowner would take care of, and it was still there. So when I got there, I thought, well, maybe somebody wants the cabinets, and I'll see if I can get rid of them. And if I can't, I'll just take them to the dump or wherever I have to take them. And I posted them on Facebook Marketplace, and I said free with pickup. And within half an hour, I had 10 people ready to come get the cabinetry. So, like, I was very honest. I sent pictures and whatever. And so you could be honest and be like, hey, here's the deal about the freezer, but you can have it for free. But this is the situation. Because some people might want it.
I really feel like maybe this whole fishing bait thing might work out. Yeah,
I like
that's
the
not a bad
fishing bait,
idea.
yeah.
That's actually a pretty good idea
Yes.
because right now it's a little gross, but at the lake, I usually keep my bait in the refrigerator,
Yeah.
in the kitchen, next to the spaghetti or whatever. And if I had a separate freezer down, that'd be kind of nice.
Well, and Lyle said,
But the
he just
smell
commented.
is so bad though. But I'm telling you guys, man, I don't know. I'm gonna try one more time. I'm gonna try some techniques, see if I can get the stink out.
Lyle's comment is really great. And I think it will solve that stink issue for you.
What is that?
He said, then you'll have some true stink bait that way, because I know you're a fisherman.
Yeah.
And that would solve, and then you don't have to get rid of the stink. Problem solved.
Yeah. I also thought about coating the inside with like Flex Seal.
What is Flex Seal?
It's just like the stuff you spray on and it like seals stuff up. It's like a rubber coating. You know what I'm saying? Bad idea. That's a whole waste of money right there. I'm not doing that. Rhino line the interior of the freezer. I don't even know if it works, man. I gotta plug it in. Clearly, it didn't work for a long time, and the outlet still works where it was plugged in.
It could have been a power outage.
But I've had power outages before, and it comes back on.
Yeah. Okay, then maybe it doesn't
So
work.
maybe it doesn't work.
So here's the thing. The first time I had the skunk issue and the skunks issue got brought into the house. My dog got sprayed outside. She brought it in and still had like the oil on her face and rubbed all over stuff in the house. So I had this blanket that I was going to try to salvage. It was a heated blanket, so I didn't know if I could wash it. I didn't know what it was. And I had mentioned my sister's in town. So it happened in February, and in November, she's in town and didn't realize it was in the corner, slept with it, and said, what the heck is wrong with the blanket? Well, it had been covered in skunk. That sat there for a year. It had been washed. I had used vinegar.
Still a year, still stank.
And so I don't think there's any hope for your refrigerator.
There's not. Okay. So what are we going to talk about?
Well, I like your bait thing.
It's a good idea.
If the fridge works.
Yeah, I just don't know if it works. And the other thing that somebody had mentioned, now I would be constantly anxious that it's going to quit.
Yeah.
So
are you going to get a new one? What's the...
No, I'm going to throw it away. I don't want to buy anything either. Just throw it away.
Every time you say chicken sludge, that's all I can think about.
Sludge,
and
man.
Oh,
it was so bad today. I was stalling too. Today was the only day I had time to do it, to take care of it. And I just was finding everything else to do because I didn't want to go outside and move that thing and open the lid and spray it out. I did though. It was gross. Bad.
Okay, so here's the question. Do you regret it now that you know you're going to just give it away or throw it out?
Regret what?
I guess if you're giving it away, you have to clean it.
I don't
but
think
if
I
you're
would
going to throw it out...
I don't think I would give it to anyone because I wouldn't want them to
deal with the smell.
And the
I
thing
agree
is,
with
it's
that.
not just the smell. So take that smell aside. It's and I don't know how it works with something's frozen, but I mean, if you put something in it and it's freezing, but it still stinks, I don't want that smell to permeate.
And it would.
And it would. Yeah, I'm thinking it would.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I'm not going to.
Well, we had talked about how do you clean it, and I said, no, you can't do bleach because then bleach is going to soak into the ice or to the food or what. So you can't do bleach.
Well, there was a woman on YouTube's that did the bleach. I mean, I've been looking at YouTube videos about how to clean that stuff, and she used bleach, and she even mentioned, she goes, I probably shouldn't be using this, but it worked. I just don't know how their stink compares to my stink.
And
like,
do you
mine's
want
gotta
to
be
eat
much
bleach?
I have before.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first
Won't
time.
be the first time. Got
Won't be
bleached
the
out.
last.
Nope. That's how I keep my teeth white.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's duh. Just like I'm soup smart.
On the YouTubes.
It burns my esophagus. But my teeth look
Yeah,
great.
it burns going down, but it's fine.
Great looking teeth. No.
worth
Anyway.
it.
So yeah, that's my big. There you go, guys. That's what I've been dealing with all week.
I think you're going to solve it this weekend. That
it's-
sounds like a weekend problem, you know?
It sounds like a weekend problem, which is why I won't address it on the weekend.
We only address it like Saturday and we go back to work on Sunday and you're like, now might be, or Sunday morning, and you're like, now is the good time to fix it.
Yeah. It's all right. So we're gonna get to that thing, or we're gonna? What do you want to do?
Here's the deal. I'm sensitive because I just dealt with that, and I'm thinking about the chicken sludge. Here's
Okay,
what
let's move on. We don't need to
Here is what I will disclose, which we already talked about TMI, and Dina said what happens in after hours stays in after hours.
Is that cool? Could we keep it
here?
Can we keep it here? Like I'm down with that law.
Yes.
That rule.
I don't remember when, but I had bought potatoes, and yeah.
Gosh, I'm doing the same thing right now. I just had
Did you have them spoil?
Yes, just today.
How bad was it?
It was bad.
It was.
And they were the little red potatoes.
Okay.
I purchased them. I interrupt your story, but I purchased them for a pot roast that I made that
Yes.
I'm so proud of.
Oh, I know when you made pot roast.
Because I brought it. Right, that was a long time ago, right?
A long time ago.
But anyway, I had like some of those potatoes left over, and I'm like, I don't want to waste the potatoes. I don't want to waste food. I don't waste food. So I put a little. They were in the bag, and I put the little clothespin there to close the bag or whatever, and I put it in the pantry, and then like my freezer, I just forgot about them, and then today I was in the pantry, and I'm like. Something stinks in here too. So I know it's not the refrigerator or the freezer because it's outside and has been outside for since Sunday. And then I'm like, oh, look at these taters, and they were growing other taters.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh no,
mine was real bad.
I mean, they had already passed the growing other taters part's what I'm saying.
Were they leaky?
I did not smush them. I just tossed them.
No. It wasn't the same.
Yours leaked in your...
So here's the deal. On the bottom shelf of my pantry, I keep like my Instant Pot and like my blender and like random things. Now I use the blender every week, but the blender's at the front. And this is like, if you're watching for the first time, please come back. Like, we're not gross.
Yeah, no, we're not.
Despite this podcast.
We just discuss gross things, but we're not gross.
So for a week, I was like, where are the gnats coming from?
Oh.
That's how bad. So I thought, like, did it come in on a piece of fruit? I got bananas that week. I didn't know what it was. So for a week, I bought little gnat lights. I'm like, where are they coming from? The 4-letter words I was spewing when I got home of like, oh my gosh, what is this? So I woke up one morning and somehow I opened up the pantry and I thought, that's really weird. And I just start going down. I go down. And I went to the bottom and it was so horrid. I think that's why I'm having like a physical reaction. I like put my little hoodie on, like covered it so you could only see like my eyes. And I have lined all of my like shelving with these like plastic things. So like it just keeps everything nice. And I put everything in there and I tossed it. I tried to save stuff. There was like a food processor I had to throw out. Like it
Just
was
because of the potatoes?
No, this is where I'm like, I don't want to disclose it. But Dina said what happens on the podcast stays on the podcast. It was I didn't buy the potatoes. I don't eat potatoes. I guess I did buy them because I made them for a pot roast and they had gone bad and like
putrefied and then leaked the
and
juice.
And that's where the gnats were
went.
coming from.
Oh my gosh.
So I just rolled everything up, I tossed it, and then I bleached it.
Yeah.
But it was so horrid. But then it gives you the heebie-jeebies. It's like food poisoning.
Yeah.
Then you can't, like whatever gave you food poisoning, you can't eat again.
And I also had to make chicken today.
Ugh.
So it was just like...
See, that's the point.
Yeah, it was not good.
And now you smell it and you feel like all of you smells like that.
Well, I've taken it that far yet, but for you, yeah.
I sit next to you, so no.
Oh, do I? I smell like chicken sludge?
No.
That was my nickname in high school, chicken sludge. There's old chicken sludge over there. What's going on? I'd be like, hey,
I came in twice having been like skunked, and not one time did you ever say, I can smell it.
I never smelled. That was a year. That was like back into last... It was over a year ago. It was in November, late November or something like that.
No, it was January, February.
No, I know exactly when it was, but
of this year, yeah.
And I never once, and I have a very sensitive nose, and I never once picked up a skunk smell.
That's
I never
great.
did. I didn't.
I felt like it.
I mean, I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
I did not. I think at first you thought I was being nice.
I thought you were being
nice.
nice.
But I'm like, no, because if you stunk, I tell you, you stink.
Here's the thing. I definitely thought you were being nice both times. But I like that you're here. You're like, I am being honest with you. And I'm like, if you were going to lie to me when we are on the podcast in front of all these people. Tell me the truth out there, but lie here.
Oh, no, I won't do that either. But yeah so that's, wow. Okay. I had my potato issue was not nearly as bad as your potato issue, but I did throw out some potatoes today that I just, it's time to go. And you had just mentioned on a podcast too that you have this habit of oftentimes not throwing away things that expire.
Yes.
And then you had somebody go through your what?
This is all true. We have all disclosed this on the podcast.
I mean, so it doesn't surprise me that maybe you held on to those taters.
I didn't see
a
them.
little too long.
They were in the bottom. They were hidden. I didn't see them. Same like the chicken sludge. You didn't see it. You didn't smell it. You didn't know.
No, didn't smell it.
Yeah.
Tana did.
Jesse said taters are already a year or two old when you get them from the store. I have a friend that hauls them, and that's what they said.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
They also said, I'll never look at them the same. I grow mine through the summer.
Huh. That's interesting.
And then my dad gave a suggestion, bleach and baking soda in the freezer every 3 to 6 months. Big food companies have to defrost all the time and do not throw out the freezer.
That's true. Okay.
That's a great point.
I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go. I think Lyle's right. I think I'm going to have to trash it.
Okay.
But assuming that it works, I'm going to take your dad's advice. I'm going to work a little bit, see if I can salvage it. And I can do all of it outdoors. Don't have to bring it inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then give it a little test run and
see where you're at.
This thing will never be inside again. It'll be
an outside freezer.
It'll be a permanent garage freezer or something like that. Which
we all need a garage freezer.
Everybody needs a garage fridge. I agree with that. Like a garage fridge. And in fact, here's a sad thing. Everybody, you all out there that have a garage fridge, which was probably your first refrigerator from years ago, and you put it in the garage. And my garage fridge, which just recently broke, has outlasted like 4 of the refrigerators that we got to. And it's a simple, my garage fridge was a simple, old school fridge. No ice, nothing, just freezer, refrigerator. And it outlasted 4 modern, new refrigerators that we got to replace it.
But that tells you the modern refrigerators were made
we've had
to break.
Yes. And I know a lot of you out there might agree with me, but I feel like, and I don't want to call it a conspiracy, but I do feel like products that are made today are manufactured to fail after a certain period of time.
They are, though.
Because if they make a refrigerator that lasts forever, you'd be out of business, right? If you're a refrigerator maker.
I believe that's the truth for light bulbs, that they had to design them to burn out, or otherwise you could have a light bulb that ran for 200 years.
Yeah, well, like LED light bulbs. But those things still burn out.
Yep. Or iPhones. I think Apple got in trouble for slowing down our app.
On purpose.
Yeah.
And what I've found that they do, and I'm sure they do it, is after a while, your phone won't hold a charge, or won't charge, and so it kind of forces you to upgrade, move on. Yeah, how about that?
26-year-old Olivia said she had to jump on late because she was shopping with her best friend, and then said, "My best friend Liliana said hello."
Hello, Liliana.
We're bringing
that's a cool name.
It also brings down. You had once said, which is how we got 26-year-old Olivia. That no young people were on. So between 26-year-old Olivia and Liliana, we're bringing down our average.
We are. We're hitting a good demographic.
And Jennifer is on, and she said, "Good evening, Jeff and Julia," from Jennifer and Ryan. Ryan also brings down our age average.
When does everybody go to Great Wolf?
That is Christine and her daughters.
Next week.
And they're going this weekend.
Oh,
they're going this weekend.
Okay.
Yes. Christine was on. I don't know if she's still on. But she might be off packing now.
Probably.
Yeah. So Jesse said, "I use one of my old stand-up freezers that don't work to keep spray paint. And that kind of stuff. And I store it in my shed."
Because it is a little bit like a cabinet, like a locker. It becomes kind of a locker.
Yeah.
It's just, I got to get this thing out.
But I don't think it is. It's not a stand-up fridge. It's
it's a chest freezer.
It's a chest freezer.
But it's not a big one. It's not like the long one. It's kind of a cube. It's like a cube. It's a cheap.
Yeah.
Lowe's cheapy.
Well.
Which now that I look back, I'm thinking, well, maybe that's why it broke. Because we've had it forever too. Actually, to be honest with you, I don't know how long I've had this freezer. 4 years. Maybe.
That's not that long for a freezer with
but
the thought.
But that's about the time that I think they start to fail, right? They make them to fail after about 4 or 5 years. Because my refrigerators were going out like every 3 years.
I have always lived in an apartment before this, and so the refrigerators were always like a product or the apartment
Yes,
owned them.
you didn't-
And
yeah.
then at the house, the guy left the fridge. So I didn't have to buy one. So I'm on my crap. We just jinxed it. I'm going to have to buy a new fridge. I can feel it.
I've owned a few refrigerators in my lifetime. So
Have you?
yeah,
I believe that. You have a lot of fridges right now.
actually do. I do have a lot of refrigerators.
I
have a
want
freezer and a refrigerator that don't work. In addition to the other refrigerators that I do have that do work.
I want a deep freezer like you have, and I want to like meal prep, and I want to organize food.
It was super handy when we had it.
Yeah.
I thought so. Yeah. So
Now
Not now.
you get the fun privilege of getting rid of the. There is some stress that comes with that.
oh, I know.
Yeah.
There is.
I've-
I'm experiencing it right now.
Yeah.
Because you have to call. It takes up space, and then you got to pay somebody to come and get rid of it. And I mean, I'm sure I don't even know if it works. It probably doesn't. And yeah, so I got to take care of that. That's something I got to take care of. Maybe I could regift it. Ooh, Merry Christmas! Got you a freezer.
Give it. If it works. Okay. Terrible idea, but I'm going to throw it out there. Just figured it out. If it works, you could give it to your son and the frat house. They wouldn't care.
You know what?
They wouldn't even be able to smell it. The frat house, I can guarantee,
Dude, you're
smells
so
so
right.
funky.
You're so right.
I know.
Because they got the house he's in got a big old basement. And,
Yes. Dang.
dude.
That just came to me.
yeah.
He would love it.
No,
They wouldn't.
these kids are a little more refined nowadays than you think.
No.
Like back in the day, if I was that age and I was at a frat house where I lived on campus near the end, I would love to have a deep freeze. I wouldn't care if it smelled. But these kids today, they care if it stinks.
No.
Oh, yeah, they do.
How many dudes live in that house?
He's got, so 4 total. He's got 3 roommates.
I would say that I was in college
Maybe
more
he's got
recent
4
than you.
roommates. Yeah, that's true.
And I didn't spend a ton of time in frat houses, but I've been to a frat house. And I can 100% unequivocally tell you that house stinks.
Well, it doesn't. I've been there. And it did not
Have you
stink.
ever dropped in unannounced?
No.
Point in case.
Well, yeah, but I've met his roommates are all very hygienically clean people.
Would you say that you're not?
No, I am. I'm just saying.
Then why do you have this freezer?
I don't have the freezer. That's my point. I gotta get rid of the freezer. But yeah, it's a good idea.
And
If I could get the stink out, I will donate it to the Beta Theta Pi fraternity at Kansas State University.
they would love it.
Yeah.
And sounds like a tax write-off.
It's going to be something off, I'm sure. I don't know.
Don't take my advice. That could get you in trouble with the IRS.
Okay. Yeah, I won't take your. Will it? No, I can write that off.
I don't know why I love this idea. And here's the problem. We're going to get off the podcast and I'm going to be like, I think that was a really great idea that I suggested.
No, it is a really good idea. And I will tomorrow, I'll tell you what, if you're watching, I will test it tomorrow.
To see if
And
it works.
we'll have one more podcast tomorrow. And then I will bring back, I will bring news of its fate. Like it will see if it works.
Good luck
That's
with
the
that.
big tease for tomorrow.
Wow, come
Tune
back.
in to find out if Jeff's stinky chicken sludge freezer
Ew.
actually works.
I
Yeah.
feel for you. That's pretty gross.
It is disgusting.
And it's one of those things that, like, if it lingers, like not the smell, like the issue of, like, now you've got to figure out how to get rid of it. And you've got to drive it somewhere.
Yeah, but it's actually not that heavy. It's not as.
It's just the annoyance.
It is just it's annoying. It's not. Yeah, it's not heavy. Clearly, it's not because I took that sucker out of the house by myself.
I think that was out of anger.
There
and
was a little bit of
frustration.
adrenaline. There was some
Yeah.
adrenaline, and the biggest thing about it, the whole worry, guys, I'm telling you, is in the basement was. As I'm struggling with this thing, like I was stupid. It was late. It was 12:30 in the morning, and I'm just like, I gotta get this out of the house. But I wasn't like, I didn't do like a strategic plan. My plan was, I'm gonna hoist this sucker up the stairs and get this dude outside as soon as I can, like no matter what. But as I'm going up the stairs, all I could think about was if I trip or something happens.
Yeah.
And that thing tumbles and the lid comes open and that chicken sludge spills all that. I'd have to rip up, no joke, that'd be the end of the carpet. You have to rip up all the carpet. You'd have to. And so I'm like, I'm struggling with this thing. I'm like, don't do not slip. Just, And so when I finally got it upstairs, the first thing I did was I got outside, and then I took some tape and some industrial tape, and I taped that lid shut. So I didn't think raccoons or something would smell it, because you could still smell it even with the lid closed. And I'm like, I don't want it would be awful if like a animal got into it. You know what I mean? Like got into it and then was milling around in it. So I taped it shut then, but I was just so nervous that I would trip and this thing would spill out all over the.
I'm envisioning, which is not accurate, I guess. I'm picturing you walking up the stairs with it tipping backwards, and then it's on you, and then you're trapped under the freezer. If that's how you went out, that would be rough.
That would be rough. Yeah, it'd be awful. Yeah, but it didn't happen, and I got it out.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. So you just and it's big, and I'm struggling up the stairs, and my staircase.
Oh, it turns. Does it turn?
It winds. No, it doesn't. It's just
of all 4 stories.
Yeah. Well, I should have taken the service elevator.
You should have done that.
But yeah, it was being used. So no, it's one of those staircases where you go up like a flight, and then I don't know, a switchback or something. So you go up, and there's a little landing, and then you got more stairs that you go up.
Yeah.
That's called something. And but I made it, and we got it out. We, meaning I got it out. Yeah. But I'll have an update tomorrow.
Bring an update. Bring a picture. We want to see how big this freezer is.
The
that
hell
you carried
I might
out.
bring this sucker in here.
Don't bring it in here.
Jeff and Julia freezer.
No, we don't need a freezer.
Okay, well, I'm just throwing it out there.
It's going to the frat house. My dad commented and said, too soon to hear about your frat stories. Dina said, nice point, which I'm going to, she doesn't say what it's in reference to, but I believe it's in reference to the great idea that I had about giving it to the frat house.
That is a great idea. It really is, actually. It just stinks. I get to stink out.
Oh, yeah. They'll appreciate it.
But you're saying it doesn't matter if it stinks or not. But
not
I'm
for
saying,
the frat house.
No, it does matter, because if you can't.
I mean, I wouldn't be like, hey, my dad brought the freezer.
It would ruin their food. Now, that's my thing. Is like
they're not putting food in the freezer.
What are they putting in there?
They're waters.
Yeah, because they're big on just drinking water up there.
Yeah, they are all about being hydrated.
Just be about I'll put all their Aquafina in there.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Their waters.
Their waters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Going through a couple comments. Oh, okay. This was not the one I thought I would read. Karina said, one time I tripped down a carpeted stair with a hot bowl of chicken noodle soup.
No.
That's what I thought you were going to be doing with the chicken sledge.
Yikes.
Olivia said, also, happy birthday, Julia. I didn't forget. How's your birthday flowers? I love the flowers. They were great.
Look good.
I got, which was so sweet. And then Dina also said, happy birthday. And then Dina also said, the way you went out, it's going to be a koozie. The chicken sledge.
Yeah, Dina, if you could go ahead and work up me riding a chicken with the freezer in the background, and then don't.
And then Marty, I like Marty's comment. It just said nasty.
Oh yeah, Marty, let me tell you something. Few of you have already commented that this has actually happened to you, so you know what we're dealing with here.
Mm-hmm. Which I think is an interesting thing that people are like, "Whoa, that happened to me."
Yeah. Probably should have checked on that freezer last year.
Honestly, I don't think that's the problem. I think it's just a fluke. But if you had chicken in there for a year, I think it was going to be bad anyway.
You know, the funny thing is, it's not funny, but when my dad moved back from Minnesota about 4 years ago or 3 years ago, before he passed away, he wanted to get, like, he thought it was really cool for him to give us meat. Mm-hmm. But my dad, was a very trusting man who believed everything that he heard, because he just thought the best of people. Mm-hmm. He just didn't think anybody would ever hose him or lie to him or anything like that. He would buy the meat from like a dude in a truck.
Yes.
It's like a pickup truck would like swing by and like, I got some meat.
Yes.
And my dad's like, I'll buy it. And so he did it he bought. My dad had some memory issues, and so he gave us this big, I mean, massive amount of meat.
I actually
from the truck.
remember
Do you remember
coming in and being like, "It got
yeah. Okay, but then like 3 months later, he did it again.
I don't remember that.
And so, long story, I put all the meat in that freezer. But here's the interesting part about that. So, and that was, gosh, I mean, 3 years ago, okay? And it was just like 2 months ago, I threw the meat away.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Which was a big step for me because
Yeah.
my dad, it was like the last thing he bought us, you know, and it was
Yeah.
like hard, but I certainly wasn't going to eat it. But here's the deal. I'm glad I threw it away because had that been in, and it was a substantial amount of beef. I mean, a lot of meat.
Yeah.
And so had that gone bad too, in addition to the bags of chicken, the shrimp, I had, you know.
I feel like that's good karma of like you did the thing that you knew you were
Yeah.
supposed to do.
Yeah, it was hard throwing that meat away, but now I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm glad I did because that would have compounded the problem even more. It would have been chicken and beef and shrimp, surf, turf, and beef
Sludge.
and sludge.
I do
of
think
sludge.
that that's a thing of like the guy on the very first day I moved into my apartment in Texas. I had just gotten there and I was making, I think, my first trash run out to the
Trash bin.
the trash bin. Thank you. And as I'm walking out, a car pulls up and he rolls down his window and he asked if I wanted to buy meat. Now, here's the thing. That sounds, as I say that,
I'm not sure
that's not.
might mean something else, Julie. I really hope that
That's not what happened.
that guy stole my pickup line. Man, I've been using that for years. Doesn't
So
work.
as it came out, I was like, that's not it. What he said was, is does your husband want to buy steak? And I caught me off guard. And I said, I'm not married, which I should have just said, no, I'm good, thank you. But I said, I'm not married. And he said, never mind then. And he drove off in his pickup truck.
Okay.
And that was like my first experience in Texas. A random man did not pull up and ask me. I was just trying to get to the point.
What kind of neighborhood was your apartment in? I'm just curious.
It was a sketchy one.
It was a little sketch.
Remember,
Okay.
I was
I mean-
real broke.
Even if he was legitimately selling meat, still sketch.
Oh, that's cool.
A little bit. We're out of time. That's too
On
bad.
that
I wanted
note-
to hear more about that. So we'll have an update tomorrow on the sludge freezer, and then maybe you can expand a little bit on the.
I won't be telling that story again.
The meat salesman. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.